Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this show by the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect of those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect of the host and of the channel.
This is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the Unfiltered Forge.
Take 71. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcast About Nothing, and I go by the name of Mafana Mthembu. And today I have a lovely Nate from the Big Brother Mzansi Season 5. Top 5, number 4 on the Top 5 Season 5. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. You look so amazing. You look so good.
Of course. I mean,
yeah, you gotta,
I rap Umlilo, so
you're bringing the fire here already.
every
I'm so
day.
honored to have you here, bringing the heat, bringing the fire, and yeah, man, you look good. How you been?
I've been great, actually.
Okay.
I've been doing really great. Compared to the first week I got out, it was very hectic. But like right now, I've adjusted. Life is nice, finding my way, but I'm doing very well.
Okay, that's good. That you're doing good, because I feel like some people find it hard to adjust from being in the house and now coming back outside. It's a little bit of an adjustment, isn't it?
No, it is definitely. Like, I won't lie, I've seen some other housemates like finding it very hard to like adjust, but I think I was prepared for this,
Were you?
I was born for fame. Yeah? I was born for this life.
Is it?
This life is meant for me. So I'm smooth sailing. I won't lie. I don't want to lie. I'm not even putting a facade.
No, yeah.
I'm smooth sailing for
That's
real.
good, because I feel like, when you go there, you must mentally prepare yourself of what's going to happen before, during, and after.
Definitely.
So you've done the homework and you've done the work for that, right?
100%. Yeah.
How does it feel like now being recognized? Everybody say, hi, can I take a picture? Can I what?
I mean, it's nothing new really for me, right?
Okay.
Not that I've been famous or anything like that.
But I think it's in a
before,
different scale right now.
Yes, now it's a different scale, but it's nothing that I'm just like, yo, guys, I've done this before, when I was like a content creator.
Oh, yeah.
Before I went to Big Brother. So it's kind of like, now it's like,
it's on a different level now.
It's bigger now, but it's nice. I love it, I love it.
You
so
enjoy
much.
it?
Yes.
Okay, that's good, man. Family good, happy about you and everything.
Yes.
You didn't do anything. They were like, Nate.
I remember the first call that I made to my mom. I asked her, I was like, is there anything that I did that you didn't like? She was like, no, you were so perfect. We loved everything. And I remember before I left, my mom said, we're not going to watch the show because we know what's happening in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, sharp. But she was like, go rock. Like, forget about us. Go live your life. Do you and all of that. And when I came out, the first call I made was to my parents. They were so happy to see me. And I was like, did I do anything that you guys didn't like? My mom was like, no, you were perfect. You're a superstar. Like that same day, she said, no, school came out at like 10 a.m. They said a mother of a superstar must go home and must rest.
Were you worried about anything, Jim?
I was worried, I was worried. I mean, more especially about like my sexuality, like blasting it out to the world about my sexuality. So
They
it
knew
was kind of like
going to the house.
Sorry?
They knew.
Yes, they knew,
okay.
but like now blasting it to the whole world,
okay.
like it was kind of like, I don't know how they would take it, you know what I mean? Because my family is like very low key, very quiet, like they're not, very respectful.
Now
like,
you're bringing all the spotlight.
Now I'm bringing the spotlight. Now your daughter is gay and all of that. So I was scared about that. Like, but above all, I wasn't scared about anything because like my family knows me. Like I'm very loud. Like I like making jokes. I like cracking jokes. Like I'm literally just like always on the spotlight, like to them. You know what I mean? So yeah.
That's nice. That's nice, man. Because some people came out of the house and they're dealing with a lot of things, and man, it's not. A situation is different from a person. I guess congratulations are in order for being the new Mzansi Magic ambassador.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels so great because I think I've been manifesting this for like a while.
Yeah.
I just said I want to be a brand ambassador for something, but I didn't know what it is. I always thought it would be like beauty and all of that, but like I guess like God has like bigger doors for you when you want something.
Yeah.
And
You couldn't have chosen a bigger brand, like one of the biggest.
One of the biggest brand. You know what I mean? Like that was like surreal. Like I was just like, pinch me, is this real?
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
so happy.
So everything has sunk in yet. You're like, oh, I'm this person now. Because like I feel sometimes you just wake up and think to yourself, is this really me? Like I went to the house for 70 days and did that, and
You know, I mean, for me, I always like tell when I go live, I always tell like people like to never treat me like I'm a celebrity or anything. Like, let's just pretend like we're friends, and it's smooth sailing for me when people do that, and they do that, you know. Like, it's always like, Nate, I'm like, hey girl, you know. It's never like I have this title next to my name, you know. So that's how like things are just easier for me, because everyone just treats me like we boys, like we girls, like you're my girl, like, you know, even on live, like we talk like we family, like we've known each other for so long. I think that's why it's so easier for me, because like my fan base creates that for me.
Okay, no, that's good, man, because I feel like sometimes when you have to become something that you maybe like you want to act like something, people might just like, what are you doing? You
Never
know?
that.
You know?
Never that.
What are you doing?
And one thing I've always said, like, I'll never pretend to be someone that I'm not, because I just felt like with people, the way that like they looked at me and like just judged me from how I look, they expected this and this and that, and I'm just like, guys, like, I'm a girl from Limpopo, like, I grew up in Limpopo, like, what do you mean? Like, they expect me to be cheesy. I'm like, I'm not that. Like, I grew up with boys, like, I'm rough sometimes and stuff like that. Like, it's just the outside, like my nails, my hair, my makeup makes me look like I'm a certain type of person, but I'm not. Like, I'm a jokester, I joke every day, so people expect me to be reserved, chilled, and I'm like, I'm not like that. You know what I mean?
Get you.
Yeah.
No, I think it's sometimes when a person walks in here and then they have a certain kind of look, everybody already has a perception of how they're gonna be like and what they're gonna think they're gonna be bougie, cheesy, whatsoever. And I think like you were very like blended with all of that. You could, when you want to glam out and look like be cute and everything, you had your way. And when you have like
wanted to chill,
chill with the boys, hang with the boys, you were also that. Getting into a house, like spending 70 days is crazy. Like,
wild.
It's crazy.
Wild.
Did you like think like it's gonna be like a situation like you're gonna stay the 70 days, full 70 days?
Yeah, that's why I picked so many bags. Did you see my bags?
I heard you
last
picked
number
like,
bag.
You picked like 3 suitcases.
Yeah. The smallest one was just my toiletry and makeup. I literally just packed the biggest bag I could find in the shop. I was like, I'm counting here 3 months. I'm going on the show.
And so you could have only brought 1 bag.
Yeah.
Can you imagine for 3 months? I'm like, yeah, man, it's crazy, man, that you can like start your life like that, and now you're in this position. Are you embracing it though? Like, are you taking time?
Fully.
I think that's good. That's
100%.
good. Let's get back to the house now.
Okay, cool.
Let's get back to the house. They want to getting in there, and you see all these people. We're like, what was your first impression about like?
I was like, I walked in, I was like, where's everyone? And then I turned, I was like, oh, there's everyone. They're drinking. Okay, cool people, nice. Oh, pretty girls. Oh, okay. The gents. I'm like, okay, muscle man there, yellow bone there. I'm like, yo, at least are gonna be a problem. I'm like, yo, Tyrone, why is he speaking so loud? I'm like, what's going on? There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
It's a lot going on.
Yes, but I was like, oh, okay, sharp, let's rock.
Yeah. Man, I think you guys on the first day I couldn't watch. First few days I couldn't watch because I couldn't hear anyone's conversation, because you're speaking one another. Like, even during your introductions, like there was also something, but like I think maybe like 3 or 4 days later everybody kind of settled.
Yes.
You know, like,
I feel like everyone is just so excited. We just wanted to like let people know about us, you know. I wanted to talk, someone wanted to talk, you know. It was just excitement. We didn't even sleep the first night. No one slept. You guys were
cooking in around like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Like, we literally stayed up the whole night. And then there was gym. And then I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? Like, I was tired. But
man, getting to the house, obviously you meet a lot of people. Perception of people can literally be created instantly when you meet them and everything. A lot of people, when they came out, well, the ones that I've spoken to, regarded you as one of the biggest game player in the game, and you literally had a very certain way of you playing your game, of which people regard as like the biggest game player. Did you have a specific strategy when you walk into the house? I'm like, I'm gonna be this certain person and do this and this and that.
You know, when I got out and I saw some of like the podcasts that they went to, like some of the housemates went to, and the question around, who should people look out for? Like, who do you think is the biggest game player? They're like, Nate. I'm like, huh? like, I was shocked. Like, I don't want to lie to anyone. Like, I was shocked. I was like, I'm just living life, you know? Like, I'm just living life. Like, it was, I didn't go into the game with, like, a game plan. I didn't have a strategy. I was literally going there to just, like, live life and, like, authentically be myself, because I never wanted to be liked for being someone that I'm not. I wanted to be liked for someone that I am. You know what I mean? So I was very shocked. I don't want to lie to you. I was shocked. I was like, me.
Do you have a clue why did they like give you that label?
Not even. Because, like, I was just minding my own. I was
Really?
literally minding my own.
Okay, no, I think we will get into a little bit of that a bit. A lot of things were said during your stay in the house. Things were said, and people kind of had a feeling of you, like you were playing a dirty game in a sense.
Dirty, okay.
It was a dirty game that you were playing because it kind of like felt like you were capitalizing everybody's misstepping or whatever, or doing certain things in the house.
Yeah.
I could name the situation that happened with Kaybee and Beekay. People started saying that you are now clinging on that because you wanted to get out of the house. And you...
But also, how does that make sense when I spend most of my time with KB?
And that's the thing I'm trying to get from you, because now it's what the perception that is outside, that is being said about you, that you will always look for a way to, like, you know...
To do what?
To get someone disqualified, to maybe amplify a situation. If maybe it was like hush hush, and you're probably going to amplify it to a point that it's going to get to people's attention.
Okay, give me an example of something that happened that I amplified.
Okay, one, the situation with Jojo.
Yes.
We were very like not happy with something that she did
to me.
Yeah, to you, and you spoke about it, and people felt like you guys were literally kissing like a day or two ago, and what could have happened then now that in it.
So now the situation with me and Jojo, ne? Like, let's talk about boundaries and like all of that. Like, I set a boundary like days prior, and I was like, oh, I don't like it when you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's fine, you want to like silly around and stuff like that, but there comes where it's just like too much, where I'm not comfortable, and it's okay for me to say no, I'm not comfortable, I don't like something. So when someone just like pushes through those boundaries, then it's like disrespect for me. So what had happened with the Jojo situation, I felt uncomfortable because I was triggered. You understand? And triggered in a sense of, I've been in a situation like that where I felt like someone was just like in my space doing uncomfortable things, and I regarded them as a friend. You understand? And just because we're friends doesn't mean that it's okay for you to touch me inappropriately and do inappropriate things. So when it comes to Jojo, it was just, I was triggered. You understand? Because now, you remember Big Brother called in like an activist to come and explain boundaries and all of that. And it was kind of like I was in a situation where I was not understanding, because I can't call out someone. Like, I failed to do that because I also don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. There's so much I can say, but also it'll go back to like a power dynamic thing. If I feel like you're overpowering me when I'm saying no, then what must I do? Then I'm gonna like shrink myself. You understand? And it doesn't matter like if I'm older or whatever, like it's a power dynamic thing. If like you're overpowering me, like, and there's nothing I can do, like there's nothing I can do. So when it comes to Jojo, it was just, I was triggered, and I did have a conversation with her about it and explain that, no, you triggered me. And it wasn't a game plan. Understand that I only told BK, I only told Tyrone, I only told Swiss, and I only told, and on Ashley overheard when I think I was crying. And then I remember, I think BK was like, oh, do you want to hit the gong and talk to someone? And I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to someone. Give me a day, like, let me cry about it. I'll be fine tomorrow. How it got to the rest of the house is what puzzles me, because I never wanted to make it a thing. I even told them. And then Tyrone was like, oh, you need to talk to Jojo. I was like, I'm not going to talk to Jojo. I don't feel comfortable talking to Jojo about it. It's just, I'm triggered. And I cried about it. And they said they'll talk to her. And I was like, it's fine. So I got shocked how it went around the house. You understand?
No,
I don't do that. I talk to the people that are close to me and I tell them, oh, this happened. I didn't like it. And. I don't think there's ever an episode or anything where I go around hosting meetings. I only have a few friends in the house, and those are the people that I confide in when I'm not fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The situation was that I think people looked at that situation, the Beekay situation, because it's said like also you, Kaybee, had touched Beekay inappropriately.
Yes.
And also you also said your piece of what was happening, and it's gonna feel like you were one pressuring Beekay to like really talk about it and everything, and even go to Big Brother and speak about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if it was that case, you are not doing wrong doing it, because I feel like we need to be in a society where we can easily be able to talk about these things, encourage people to speak out when such things happen. So now when you're coming out and finding out things are being said like that about you, how does that make you feel?
I mean, I'm worried, number one, about society, because what's wrong with calling out wrong?
Yeah.
I'm a person that believes in like calling out wrong. If something is wrong, I'm gonna call it out. You understand? And I think in the house, I think it's not even like a game, but the conversations that I'd have with Beekay is that like we represent like, you know, like a percentage of society.
Yeah.
So people are looking up to us. Like there's certain things that we need to change. And I found it weird how we can host meetings about food, but when it comes to serious things that happen between other people,
4 times a day,
it's like
you guys host meetings about
food.
but not
but
even
when
on-
it becomes people fighting in the house and addressing people's behaviors, it's never
Different situation.
it's a different situation. People wanna remove themselves, and that's what shocked me on a daily. I was like, why do people act like that? Like, but also we represent society. That means there are people that, you know, think like that. Like, it's fine. Like, let's focus on food. Let's fight to who ate 5 tomatoes today. But when we're addressing Bafana's like behavior today, like, why did you act out of character? It's a no-go zone.
No,
You understand?
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Big Brother will handle it, da 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 da. Okay, Big Brother doesn't even care about food, you know? But like, we're adults. Like, why don't we talk about serious things and like call out people and hold them accountable for their behaviors? You understand? And that was my whole idea. I wanted also to just change the perspective about Big Brother, because Big Brother shows are known for like, you know, other stuff, finicky stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and I've always just seen Big Brother as a platform to uplift people. So yes, of course, I called out bullying, and I did it on purpose, because you can't come on a show that I feel like most people that came here came to uplift themselves, and you're bullying them on a daily. Like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Because we have all the same like chance of like competing, and hence why I've always said that like I just feel like everyone has a fair chance of reaching 2 million. It's just up to them.
I think, you know what also contributed to the situation is because the issue of sexual harassment and assault and everything was spoken a lot in the house. People even brought a person to speak about it, as you said. And I feel like people were like now saying, just because now it's on the highlights, and also Kaybee, Bonnie B, and also Ashley were got in a strike because of the situation.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of felt like, oh, you got in like a way of like, this is the strategy I'm going to use. And I now highlight every little thing that's inappropriate that is happening. And I'm just like, okay.
That is wild, because I was protecting the same person from the minute it started.
Yeah.
I disagreed with it. So now why would I protect someone because they don't have a voice and I can have a voice for them, and then turn my back against them when I'm standing against something that I feel is so wrong and evil? You understand? So I didn't understand that, and understand that I'm not the person that went around and said 1, 2, 3, 1. I don't host meetings. People don't like me in the house. Why would I go and talk to people then say, oh, this, that? Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
So, and even having the conversation with Beekay about that, like, he just said, like, no, I don't want to talk about it. And I respected that, because that's my friend. He set a boundary and said, don't talk about it. Now I come out, people like in the diary sessions are talking about it. Like, why are you talking about someone's story?
Yeah.
You know, why are you hosting meetings about someone's personal story?
Yeah.
Hence why even when I heard the Kaybee story in the beginning, there was a point where I stopped it. I in the morning before gym, I said, please don't repeat what I said to anyone. Ne? Because the person that heard the story overheard the story, meaning that I was like in the next conversation, I heard the story. So I was like, I'm sorry sharp. So then I told Melina and Space Clan, I told them, please don't repeat this to anyone, because no one knows. And KB doesn't know that the story was overheard. You know what I mean? Because that's someone's story. I don't have the right to go and blab it out because it's not my story. Yeah.
No, with regards to KB, a lot of people never knew what happened between the two of you. And I don't know if you're comfortable sharing what was maybe happening that you felt like was overstepping of a boundary between the two of you, or what she did that was inappropriate for you on your side and not Beekay's side, because I felt like there was you also said that, and you kind of felt uncomfortable when she did something to you, and Brick Brother obviously just like switches the camera. We never hear these things now again, because I feel like it's kind of like censored in a sense, and people always like, because even the Beekay situation, we only heard it when she spoke about it in another podcast. We never really saw it or know what was the context of everything that happened, because now people now are making assumptions and making all these assumptions about the whole situation that had happened. But the only time now we get to hear what truly happened is when we get to speak to the person that was involved in the situation.
I mean, I don't really have a lot to like share when it comes to like my situation with KB. It was just like in a sense of like, you know, sometimes being touched inappropriately, you know. I think even like if people can just highlight back to when we had the visitor, when I asked like, you know, just because we girls doesn't mean that like you can touch me inappropriately, you know what I mean? But when it comes to, you know, my connection when it comes with like KB, I did tell her, you know, and she respected my boundaries. I'll say that. When I'll just say, no, please don't touch me like that. I don't like it. And I think I don't know, it's just an education thing, you know. People just need to be educated. Just because we're both girls doesn't mean that you can just like touch me inappropriately. Like, it's just me. I don't like it. You know,
because every person has their own boundaries and anything. You could be maybe cool with your other girlfriends and stuff, like, but maybe it's not be the same with you.
I don't like it. I don't like being.
Have you since now heard from her, spoken to her since, like, because I saw a video of her like that she would like for you to reach out or something like that, or talk or squash the beef. I don't know if there's beef. I didn't know. I don't know. I saw like on one of her lives she was talking that she would like wish that you guys like.
Okay, no, I don't know anything about a beef, Shane.
So there's no garage, nothing?
No, I'm not. I don't hold beef and garages. I don't do that. I don't.
Okay. It's gonna be awkward now because the questions I want to ask you here, and she's here, but we pretend she's not here, ne?
Okay.
Yeah, she's not here. Nah, you should pretend we're not here, right?
No, don't worry about her.
Okay, that's good. Cool. Just a couple of girls in the house.
Yeah.
Shini, Jojo. Who would you say was like the best kisser in that between the two of them? I said it.
When I answered, when they asked me, what did I say?
No, I want you to hear now what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I said Mandy Hagen, yeah.
Oh, Mandy Hagen was a great kisser.
Yeah.
Okay, because my question has a follow-up in terms of like, had maybe you went to the house not dating.
Yeah.
With like one of the girls you kissed, which one would you have like probably dated?
None of them.
None? Why?
What does that song say? I have pilophilia, or what do you call it?
Winnie? Oh, yeah. Vale.
Yeah. None of them.
So like you were not attracted to any girl in the house?
No, not necessarily. I wasn't attracted to any girls in the house.
So it's just for fun, because I saw the way you were kissing Shini, it was like on another level.
What do you mean?
The upstairs kiss, like you guys were in bed and then in the upstairs bedroom.
No, she was feeling down. I was just wanted to uplift her more.
So oh my god, that way. It was intense. I don't lie. I was just, even the guys were excited and like everybody in that room was literally like having a time of their lives watching that. I was like, because you started in the downstairs bedroom, and then I think you went up and she followed you. I don't know, and then you continued from there onwards.
Yeah, no, she was feeling down. I was trying to uplift her more.
Why was she feeling down?
I don't know.
Was it because of
being
Beekay?
A girl's girl.
Was it because of Beekay?
I don't know.
That house is crazy. Yeah, the house is, as if you're gonna ask me if like Nate and Machine would kiss, I would have told you like, nah, they want the same nigga. So, or they with the same nigga, or they entertain the same guy. So there's no way. But like, next thing, quickly, Chilla's punch is in the mix. Everything is possible. And then I'm seeing them upstairs. I'm like, eh. So, okay, let's talk about you and Beekay.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure like, it's like a very, popular thing that happened in the house.
People are living in their own world.
What world now?
It's a delusional world, you know what I mean? Everyone, including you.
I didn't say a thing.
Including you, everyone is just
okay, why do you say people are delusional?
Because people want to ship me and Beekay, and that's like impossible.
Okay, what do you mean impossible in terms of like you being shipped with him? Because I got the sense that you guys liked each other. Mm-hmm. I don't know into what extent, but I got that you guys liked each other. Yeah. And to a point that you were very much comfortable with each other, like touching with each other, like whatever, you know? And it's kind of like made me feel like, oh, they maybe in a different world, maybe they would have dated, but no. Why? Because I'm gay and Beekay straight. A straight man wants a straight woman. I'm not that. All right. Okay. Cool. There were so many instances. I'm gonna count them. Ne?
Okay.
There was one in the washing area.
Yes.
You guys were having the heart to heart, and you were talking and stuff like that. And Beekay was like, "Hey, but he's worried about you because you're gay."
I'm gay. Yeah.
And two, there was one in the hallway. Yeah. Guys, you were eating ice cream after the pool party, drinking and stuff, and telling him that you want him, and you're asking him that you want him. Like, I've told you this before.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a homework for that one. I need you to go look at that video carefully.
I have.
And look at my face. When he blushes and looks on the side, look at my face. I chuckle because I was joking. I need you to do some homework.
No,
wait. I'm giving you a homework, yeah?
No, man, my homework is done.
Do you want to watch the video now? Like, your homework is not done. Like, I need you guys to look at it. Like, I was joking.
Okay.
You know? Our relationship, me and Beekay's relationship is like platonic, and that's that. Ne? When it comes to the touching and all of that, me and Beekay's love language is physical touch. You understand? And in the house, I gave an example to my friends. I said, if I was a masculine presenting woman and me and Beekay were like touchy like that, laughing like that and everything like that, no one would have shipped us because I'm masculine, like I wear like a boy, like I'm tomboy presenting. But because I'm feminine presenting, like I'm a girly girl, and we do that, you guys are like, yeah, no, she's not gay and all of that. And that's fine. Like, I don't care because, you know, like that has always been my life. Because I remember when I was coming out when I was younger, how old was I? 15, 14.
Yeah.
I struggled with I went through an identity crisis. I was like, oh, must I wear like a boy so that people understand? And I was never comfortable. Yeah. I'm just a girl that loves looking pretty. Like, I'm very feminine, very feminine. Love looking pretty. And I was just like, I shouldn't care. And I don't care, you know. It's something that has been happening like for all my life. Yeah. So, but yes, Bafana, if I was a masculine presenting woman and me and Beekay were like that, were you gonna be like, oh no, chemistry,
the thing is now,
all of that? The
thing is now we are putting a different scenario, and I didn't see it. I can't see it because I have what I saw.
Exactly.
No. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But so wait.
Why didn't you guys ship me with Tyrone? Because we were kissing a lot and all of that.
No, because Tyrone
is feminine presenting.
Not that he's feminine presenting. It's because it wasn't to the extent of you and Beekay.
It was.
It wasn't.
We would cuddle.
You would not sleep with Beekay the same.
Beekay, I kissed Tyrone. Why isn't it that deep when it comes to Tyrone? You didn't kiss Beekay? Never.
There was a video of you kissing. In fact, a video like you guys were drunk. It was in the entrance door of the bedroom to the downstairs, and he gave you a peck.
Never. What?
Yeah.
A peck where?
In the lips.
Never. You take out those those videos because there's no way.
Okay, you want me to? I don't want to bring receipts. I'm here to just talk about the situation as a whole. I'm not trying to like air you out in a sense. That's not what I'm trying to do here.
No, not even. If I ever kissed that man, I would have told you.
Okay.
I'd be honest because cameras are everywhere. I don't know what Big Brother caught and everything.
Yeah.
You think I came out of the house and watched every episode all those 70 days?
No, you couldn't.
I couldn't. So I'm telling you that I've never kissed that man ever. I have never. There's no, even if we're caught at a corner, someone looking at you are thinking we did, but we've never. Me and him have never, ever.
So it was like in your way of putting it is now saying that and it was genuine platonic.
Genuine.
Do you think it was the same with him?
I can't speak for him.
What you know got to learn from him? You spend a lot of time.
When it comes to that, if you're asking me that, like, I think it's okay for someone to be attracted to someone.
Yeah.
You understand? But now, the relationship works because boundaries are set and boundaries are respected.
Yeah.
And we respected each other's boundaries. So I'll stop it at that.
The thing is, like, another thing is that when there was Shinis and Nsukus, Pilile were coming all like presenting that, and they kind of interested with the guy, and he's also like interested in the guys. You kind of had a very like, you know, like you were not happy, you were not content with the fact that and he's gonna entertain the next other girl.
Yes, you know why?
Why?
Because we spend 90% of our time together. So now my time is gonna be cut. You understand?
So you were jealous that he's gonna?
Yes.
Why are you jealous about someone
because you're my boy now. Like, I spend most of my time with you. You understand?
That's
like
crazy.
BK became like my escape. You understand? Like, I didn't have to like sit and overthink and do certain things like alone and like think, oh no, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Like, I would not overthink. So we'd spend most of our time just like sitting down, like just cracking jokes, like talking about like things that are happening in the world, talking about like our dreams, like our aspirations. Like, we talk about very important things and like that's friendship for me, you know. You add value into my life, vice versa, you know, and I appreciated that. And in the house, out of all of the housemates, he was the one that, you know, would add value into my life and like, you know, like keep me afloat. And I guess the same with him, you know. So now I'm thinking, this is unnecessary. You said you have a partner at home and all of that. And I'm like, these people are not even giving you the attention of your time. Like, there's no point. Like, why are you chasing someone when you have a partner outside?
But
and
also,
why are you taking from my time?
That's also beneficial for you because now you also have an agenda because you don't want them to...
Yeah, why? Because that's my boy. Like,
no, but like, wait. Okay, I'm gonna put it like a very like a scenario right now for you.
Okay, cool.
Let's say you and BK were not in Big Brother.
Yes.
But your partners were on Big Brother.
Yeah.
Watching you guys every day.
Yeah.
Would you guys would have been happy with your respective partners had they been like that close to one another and whatever that they did?
I'd be okay because I trust my partner.
It's not about trust. It's just about like what you see.
I'm not an insecure person.
It's not about being insecure, Nate.
But I wouldn't be like, I'm just saying I wouldn't have a problem with it if they were close like that.
So you wouldn't been okay that she now I don't know how she identifies, so I'm gonna use a she.
Yeah.
So she gonna be like, hey, gonna see other girls, whatever, do whatever that she needs to do, or guys, whatever.
Yeah.
And cuddle, snuggle, whatever, do everything that you were doing. Like, looking back, you've seen videos, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's even pages of you guys and stuff like that.
I saw them.
So
that's so wild.
So it's not crazy altogether because there is something that was perceived by a lot of people. Even the housemates in the house, we're literally seeing what we're seeing. So it's not like a crazy thing for us outside to think it was happening.
The people in the house wanted what we had, you know.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's how I feel.
In what sense? Like you and
I think just to have a connection with him, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I wasn't holding like BK. I was like, yo, no. If he wanted to talk to someone, like, he would do that. But if he wanted to spend time with me, then he would.
He would, yeah.
It's so crazy how people are seeing like the POV of me asking BK to chill, but never the POV of BK asking me to chill. Or when I'm sleeping, he wakes me up. It's like, no, wake up, you can't sleep for that long and stuff like that. Like, where's BK's POV of wanting to spend time with me? Why is it like mine overpowered by his POV? Like,
I think
I'm controlling him.
I think yours is because it's kind of controversial in a sense because you're a gay person, as you said. you came into the house and said you're attracted to girls.
Yeah.
But now it seems that script flipped, and now you're entertaining a boy out of everything, you know? It's no longer like you being attracted to a girl, but now it's that, and there's a guy in the picture as well.
That's what
so
people
yours was
wanted.
more. No, so what you want is what
and
we.
again, Bafana, if I was a masculine presenting woman and my relationship was like that with BK, were people gonna ship me with him?
No, I'm not gonna say.
Answer the question.
The
Were
thing
they
is,
gonna ship us?
I don't know. I can never speak for the masses.
Yeah, you're lying. You're lying. Just be truthful. Were they gonna ship us? No.
I don't know, honestly.
No, because society is used to a gay woman being someone that's masculine presenting. But
You see, you should have been a lawyer, honestly, actually. You should have been a lawyer, because diplomacy here is insane.
No, but it's the truth. If I was a masculine presenting gay woman and I had that type of relationship with BK, no one would have shipped us. No one would have said, oh, Nate wants to keep BK all to himself and all of that. No one was going to say that. It's going to be like, oh, we love their friendship. We do this, we do that. You know what I mean? I don't understand how that came about. Just because I'm like a feminine presenting gay woman and it suits their narrative, like it was just like, she wants him. And it's not even that. Like it's purely platonic. Like that's my relationship with BK and that's that.
Okay. Yeah. So coming out the house, you meet your partner.
Yeah.
Did you have to clear up anything? Was she okay? Was she like not?
I mean, she was fine. Before I left, we had a conversation of like what might transpire and stuff like that. We said our boundaries, we spoke about it.
Yeah, I remember the conversation you had with Ezra talking about that.
Yes, yeah. Like she's very understanding. Like she just wants me to like go shoot for the stars. Like she's very supportive of everything that I do. And yeah, like when I came out, like we spoke and cleared things out and like, yeah.
Because like there was one thing that she also highlighted, and I kind of felt it was like you creating a pillow to when you fall, you can literally jump on it and have a little bit of cushion in it. Because you said you guys have no title, haven't really there's nothing there like that you've like solidified and say like you are partners, but you still call her your girlfriend and it. But I mean,
yeah, that dynamic is crazy, right?
It was kind of weird in a sense, because how can you say you have no title but you...
I mean, we have our own understanding of how we set up like the dynamic of our relationship. We've set boundaries, like this is allowed, this is not allowed.
Okay.
And when it comes to us,
what are the top 3 things that you were not allowed to do?
I was just not allowed to get in a relationship. Other ones, she said I can rock.
Okay, relationship was the real like...
Yeah, she was like, no.
So cuddling, kissing, snuggling, you know?
But also, when it comes to the relationship part, the conversation was just around, when I come out of the show, I want to be a brand alone. I don't want my name attached to someone.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're getting bookings, you're getting brand deals. It's like Nate and Bafan. Why?
You
know? So
some people love that, you know, shipping. If they ship it would be gay, it wouldn't be Nate.
I told you they're delusional.
I'm saying it would not be like Nate alone. It would be Nate and BK brand or something like that. I mean,
if they want to give us money, we can rock. But I will still stand on like me and BK's relationship is like purely platonic. Yeah.
So like now with the situation with BK, there's a lot of context in that. There's a lot of information.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna ride through it things now. But to I think that the latter part of your relationship in the house, there was a situation or a rumor that was like going around, even smashed, talked about it, that you are the controlling masterpiece in the relationship. You were like, you know, the master in the relationship. Like, why did you think people perceived you as that?
I think it's so funny because like, I don't know, like, I'm just like, I don't even want to say I'm that person, but in a relationship, I'm such a fun person. It's not like even controlling or whatnot. It's so fun. I'm like, Bafana, it's time to sleep. You're laughing. Look. You know, it's never that serious. Have you guys seen BK dragging his feet like, oh, this girl? I
remember you were shouting at him when you were in the bed. BK, it's time for bed now. Because I'm like, hey.
Did you guys see him angry?
No.
He was happy, exactly. And that's, like, we understand our relationship.
But I think there's an emotional control of someone, you know, that and they will feel like because they know that because you know that they enjoy you and your presence and
That's
everything.
what I'm saying.
So they will literally use that to their advantage in terms of like, just because I know, I mean, I love your company and I'll be around you, you will use it at any point in time.
But the problem is, there was, in no point was he uncomfortable with me acting the way that I was acting. And that's my true self. Like, in a relationship, I'm like that. And that's fun. Like, for my partners, it's fun. It's like, it's funny. Like, we laugh about it.
Yeah.
We're just like, hey, it's time to sleep, you know? I text my partner when it's close to 4, when she knocks off at work, and I'm like, I don't want to hear stories. When it hits 4, you are coming back home, you know? And for her, it's like funny, you understand? And like, going back to saying, like, I was just authentically myself, and I would never put someone in a position where they're not comfortable. Even when it came to the Mshini situation, it was always something that we'd like speak about, like, oh, how are you feeling now? How's it going? And stuff like that. And I was very open-minded to it. I was like, you must never bring her here though, because this is like our space, you know?
Well, she was there masking the blankets.
Nothing happened there.
What happened?
Nothing.
Well, she stood a bit there, and then
No, she didn't.
she stood, guys. We saw, like,
And then what did you see?
we didn't see anything. She pulled out the blankets.
Yes, and then
Beekay
now
was sleeping on your
now
bed.
she's spreading propaganda, and I'm like, what the heck, you know? And I didn't have her energy. I never have energy to fight with anyone.
Do you understand her point though? Like, because he just literally said, Mshini must be his Valentine.
When was that?
The same day.
No.
It was a Valentine week. So Beekay said to Mshini, please be my Valentine.
Yeah.
After watching his girlfriend send a message on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, he will, after the party.
Now the story that I was told was that Mshini was ignoring him. They haven't been speaking for days and stuff like that. And he doesn't want to chase after someone that doesn't, you know, feel the same way. And I was like, leave that thing. I'll leave that thing. Focus on our friendship more. It's not important. Like, why you?
Do you think if you went in the house, maybe they would have done something?
Who and who?
Mshini and Beekay.
No.
So it happened because you were there.
No, I don't know why it happened. I can't speak for Mshini.
Because I feel like, you know, the more like, because everybody was like questioning everything that you guys do, even the people that were sort of like interested in him, they would bring you up a lot. They're
just scared of me. So, and I keep on saying, why is it that with other housemates, they're so easy to go and confront, but when it comes to me, they can't come to me? Why can't they say, oh, Maraniti, why are you keeping Beekay? Mara, when it was, I don't even want to mention names, but when it came to other housemates, they're like, no, you need to
mention who?
You need to, no thanks. they said, you need to spend less time with Sbanbani because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I've always asked myself in the house, like, guys, like, what is it about me that you guys can't come and say, Nate, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like, what you scared of? Like, why are you scared?
Do you think your relationship suffered after the controlling situation?
My relationship with
Beekay.
Yeah, definitely did.
Yeah, because I kind of saw him. He was trying so hard to like regain his like control as a man and everything. He switched his bed,
but he wasn't losing control at all.
No, I think he wanted to now like change the narrative. So like in a sense for himself, because it didn't like how it looked and how people perceived. Because I think it kind of frustrated him because he was not seeing that from you.
Yeah,
but people were seeing it, and that was probably the confusing part about him. And so I think he maybe was trying to do it,
change people's perspective.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah, about your relationship.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say like he was like losing control or anything like that. I just feel like, maybe, I don't know. He was trying to give everyone a chance to get to know him and understand him without me, you know. But yeah.
Okay. Hi. You. This is funny because like you know what about watching a show now.
Yeah.
You develop all these perceptions.
Yes.
Because you're watching these people, you develop a relationship without even knowing these people.
Yeah.
And you see them on a daily basis and everything, and you then now get to talk to them, and then they tell you a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You threw me off because like I'm that's what I'm saying. You are good at throwing the like what you call like what do they say in yes I'm gonna say I could sing yes, but like you threw me off the loop because I literally I didn't think you would deny and deny and deny and deny, or present a new information or perspective. Obviously, good thing. So, in a situation, present new information to create a division and deflect and everything. Because I feel like, you know, there were so many situations I could mention and everything with you and BK, that a relationship, a person watching could think it's a relationship.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna ask you, like, when you were when you were watching this, you would not even thinking, I understand why these people were feeling.
No, fully, I understood, because obviously they took it from their own POV. Like, all the videos are from their own POV. But I was shocked to see that, like, when we were having different conversations about, like, you know, about what's happening in the world, when we talk about, like, our dreams and aspirations, they were never highlighted, you know. And I was like, those were the important things that I valued in my relationship with him. And I was like, why were they never, like, highlighted?
I don't think the camera would be also highlighting those, because the camera would shift and show us maybe something, someone cooking macaroni in the kitchen or whatever.
Fair,
you know, so I think sometimes those things happen. I get you what you're saying, because you know, do you feel like you misunderstood?
It's okay to be misunderstood. I don't have a problem with that.
Do you feel it? Like,
no, not even.
From people?
Not even. Like,
when they say these things, like,
no, it's not even about being misunderstood. I get it. When I came out, I heard that people are watching Big Brother from a microwave. So I was just like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, true.
You know? You know, people go and watch, like, highlights. And, like, people are easily influenced, you know. Like, people go with the wind. Some people go with the wind. And then there's, like, hardcore.
It's easy to follow the narrative, because like, it's, you know, when you don't agree with what people are saying, it's like situations that I've spoken about the certain things that happen in the house, and people were bashing because I didn't just follow what people were saying. I did my research and watched the show and did everything, because I feel like you need to come up with your own, like, commentary or like decision of whatever is happening,
and it's okay. You know, everyone's gonna have their own, like, opinion. And I keep on saying, when you read the Bible and we go to different churches and they're interpreting that verse, they're not gonna interpret it the same. You know what I mean? And it's okay. Like, I don't have a problem with being misunderstood.
Okay. You've been spotted with BK and friends and stuff like, but I'm just interested to know the relationship now going forward outside the house with you and him.
Oh no, we're friends. We do talk now and then. I think the last time I saw him was after the lunch that I had with them. Yeah, that was the last time. Okay,
that's cool. That's nice. Called you in your homecoming, I saw.
Huh? Oh yes. He called me.
How was your homecoming?
It was beautiful. Like, it was very heartwarming. Like, that was like the best day of my life. It was.
You felt like a princess, ne?
Like, you have no idea. It was so beautiful. I
think more than anything, when you go to a show like that and coming and out of the house and being embraced by people like that, you just solidify your decision to go there. You know, because I think there's so many doubts when you go in and like, what if? I'm sure maybe you could have. You didn't have any. You didn't think maybe we're gonna come here and say ridiculous things about you.
No, not even.
You didn't care about.
No.
You're so nonchalant about shit, man.
I'm not nonchalant. You know,
you're acting like you are though.
I'm not nonchalant. You know, there was a time that I thought I was nonchalant. Before I went to Big Brother, I went to go see my therapist. After, I think I've seen her like 3 years or 4 years ago, and then I asked her if I'm like nonchalant or not, and she was like, please explain your feelings. And I explained, and then she was like, no, you're not. You're just very content. I'm such a content person. I could never make everyone happy. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay, I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. I get you when you say.
Like, I'm not nonchalant. I'm such a self-aware queen. That's it. You know,
being self-aware is so good, man. Exactly. I feel like it's also eliminates the noise outside. You wouldn't care what people say because you're so secure and you know yourself.
Yeah.
So whatever someone say, like, say something else, man.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me.
Something new. You know what I mean.
You and Spacey have a little bit of a friendship, not a friendship, man, a relationship that is somewhat very confusing. What is happening between the two of you? Because I kind of get the sense that you guys don't generally like each other, or you just.
That's your POV.
That's what I'm presenting.
Okay.
So cool. For you to then now tell me what it is that, because I'm coming with the information that I'm seeing, It's not like saying that you guys hate each other or whatever, but I feel like you guys have a very a disconnected relationship, if I may say. There's like some things. There's a few jabs here and there, few things said here and there.
Yes.
Nate. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't dislike her. I feel like she's such a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
You know, very intelligent, like very like talented. You know, like she's such a smart person. You know, well spoken. Like I could say a lot of things about her. I just feel like she's such an amazing person. It's just I don't understand her, and that's fine. You know, if other people understand her, that's fine. And I don't have to understand everyone. You know, we don't, just because like we're in the same space doesn't mean that we have to like get along, but we can like coexist. You know, I can give her the respect of like seeing her as someone that I'm just like from a distance. I feel like she's such a great person. Sorry. But dislike her, no, I do not dislike her. I feel like she's an amazing person. Yeah, really.
So like there's no like bad blood there.
No, I mean,
animosity.
obviously in the house you'll hear, oh, especially I said this about you, said this. Like, I don't care. You know, and I've always said that, like, I'm not gonna fight through like things that are said about me with people that have never sat down and got to understand me. You know, I do understand myself. Like, and if I have doubts, I'll go to the people that I feel like love me and care about me. Hence why if I have doubts, I'll go to Swiss, I'll go to Tyrone, I'll go to Beekay, and I'll ask them, like, what do you guys think about me? Because people are saying 1, 2, 3, and they'll say da 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 da, and in different conversations they say the same thing, and hence why I will hold on to what they say, because those are the people that, you know, I've gotten to connect, you know, closer to in the house. So how other people feel about me does nothing to me. I do not care about that. And that's on them. You know, I just feel like if you have a problem with me, you must come to me. Hence, like, I don't know, man. Like, why are they not coming to me and saying, Nate?
You feel like that's Sam?
Yes, they are.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you intimidating?
No, not at all. Do you think I'm intimidating?
I found women all intimidating.
Okay.
First meeting, I'm literally, my cheeks are red. I'm hot because I feel like when I meet someone, I don't know. Like I have that. I genuinely have. I'm like so speaking with women is very difficult at some point. Sometimes, but I don't find you intimidating to a point that I wouldn't come to you.
Yes.
I wouldn't have asked you so many uncomfortable questions if I found you intimidating, because I would have like, hey, maybe I need to scrap that mala, but dressed it up like that.
Yeah.
No, I feel like.
Have you not noticed when they wanna, like, you know, talk to me?
They talk to the corners.
Yeah, it's either they talk at the corners or they host a meeting. They could never come one on one.
What was the one occasion that like you feel like this is for me. This one is directed for me.
No, not like directed for me, but like remember the biltong situation? I was like,
I'm glad you're bringing that up.
I'm like,
but now in Nate though.
Wow.
No, now in Nate though.
Guys, it was boring in the house. Guys, have you? Hey.
Many people listen. Some people got evicted because of stealing.
Yeah, so how's that my problem?
Wait, wait. It's a very sensitive thing.
Who voted?
No, it was you guys voting.
Yeah, so
no, I'm trying to highlight the sensitiveness
so I saw people were mad that, oh no, Big Brother, are you just gonna ignore that Nate saw biltong? Big Brother didn't even care. I went to the DR and I asked him, do you want your biltong? He said, no, you'll figure it out on your own. I said, I bet. Because I didn't even eat the biltong.
I think, you know, people sometimes want Big Brother to intervene on any little, tiny little things, because you're adult guys.
Big Brother will never intervene on food.
Yeah.
He only intervenes on serious things. You understand?
But you know, seeing Jojo cry after the biltong situation, because you kind of made it feel like she's lying, and she was like, you gaslit her. You gaslit the living hell out of her, and she was crying.
She cried and she said she's not crying because I'm denying.
Wow. You even went on a diary session and like they say, hey, you feel bad.
Yes, I do. Because that's the truth. I felt bad. I even had a one-on-one conversation with her, telling her that I did take the biltong, but I didn't appreciate being called out in front of the whole house. You understand? Understand that the ice cream story is brewing.
Yeah.
If Big Brother calls another hot eviction, I'm on the lineup. So now I must be on the lineup of eviction when someone was thrown out of the house because of, like, why were people chest trapping about food? Again, like, why are we not hosting meetings about serious things and like calling people out and holding them accountable for their behaviors? But we're so quick to host meetings about ice cream. People say, I'm so mad. I'm mad at you for taking ice cream. Why are you mad? You're mad about groceries that you don't buy.
You know?
Why?
Hey, you guys.
And I heard that people have been stealing from week 1. Mara, now it's Nate.
No, but
big story.
No, like, listen. A lot of people have been stealing. Like, you guys have been
Why
stealing.
was mine a highlight?
No, it was, you're not alone. Ashley was a highlight because she went home, and people reasons were like, she stole ice cream. I'm like, guys.
Well, we're not never chest strap.
Guys, ice cream. Biltong. Could be that we really like, come on, guys. Because I wonder the fact that you are getting these things, it's a privilege.
Yeah, yes.
It's not a necessity. It's not a need for you to have ice cream.
And it's not like the biltong was not enough for the whole house. I just took 1 pack. I took it, I didn't steal it. I took the pack and I was just like playing around. And then Beekay was like, now I'm gonna take it. I was like, now I wanna take it back. I don't know, I'm gonna take it. Don't chicken out. I'm like, you can rock. It's fine. Then I gave it to him, you know? And then it became a whole thing. The meeting was held because people were like, yeah, Swiss, because she's your friend, you're not gonna call her out. I'm like, hey, boy, hit the gong, mus. Hit the gong.
She's protected you, ne?
No,
in
not
a sense.
even. No, my friends will never do that. When things are wrong, like we call each other out. Even like vice versa. If Swiss does something wrong, like I call him out. And that's just
like when we threw the Pindile situation.
Pindile was wild. Waban? Pindile was wild. She's gonna watch this. We called her Pindile.
She was here last week. She doesn't mind.
I saw.
She doesn't mind.
Oh, you called her Pindile?
No, I did.
Yeah. I was calling her Pindile the whole week. She was just looking at me like...
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, like... I think that's the worst thing to ever do.
No, that was wild.
Like, because now you have to justify who's Pindile.
Yes!
Like, why when you look at me you think about another girl?
Like,
it's so crazy. You can't even like say it's like a miss, like whatever. You can't just it's an honest mistake.
Really and that was like long into the weeks we've been in the house to call someone Pindili.
It was.
I found that very funny.
Already top 10, ne? Or top 14, top 14.
Yeah, somewhere there. That was really funny.
Okay, your friendships. I love them a lot. I think you had like a very fun friendships with you, with your circle. Tyrone, Swiss, Beekay, if I may mention them. Like, how was that for you? Like, how did it help you navigate the journey in the house?
I mean, like those are the people that I could count on. Like my relationship with them is like something that I hold close to my heart, like very much. Those are the connections that I made in the house. Like the first connections, I'm just like, yeah, these are my boys like forever. If Tyrone has to call me out, he calls me out. If I want advice on something, they tell me. If we're like, joking around, they do that. Like I said, like I believe friendship as a concept of like adding value into one's life. And I feel like the connections that I made in the house did that, exactly that.
Okay, that's good, man. Because like I feel like sometimes in terms of friendships that you create in the house, some people never make it out the house.
Yeah.
Are your friendship making out the house?
100%. I'm spending time with them today, later.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. We always video calling each other.
That's nice.
And also, Jojo was friends with Tyrone and Swiss. And then it was Tyrone and Swiss and me. So we never me and Jojo never, until the last weeks, then we got
to kind of force everybody to just, let's get along. It's a force because even if you had their cliques. Because I feel like every person, it's like not like you were friends with one another. You just probably casually spoke and like had like conversation there, but the last week kind of forced everybody to like band together. Yeah, and you kind of made it because it was awkward in the beginning. I'm like, now it's like me and Jojo connected because we shared friends and our friends are gone. I know. So there's kind of like there's space for us to like get to understand each other better and know each other better. Who are you not communicating with? You like you say no, loopy, like in that house. Like I mean, you saw the people that I'm close with. Those are the people that I talk to only. So it's Swiss, it's Beekay, it's Jojo, it's Tyrone, it's Muzi, Nsuku sometimes. But yeah, those are the people that I talk to. Otherwise, there's no other housemate that I talk to. The other ones, would you not interested?
it's not that I'm not interested, but it's just we just never,
Clicked.
you know.
So you
Not even click, like we just never communicated or anything. But I've seen Luzuko like in my DMs, like we do talk now and then and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
when you say DM, just make it like okay, but
no, it's just like
I get you now. I get you.
That's kind of congratulations for ambassador and all of that.
I get it, but like, you know when someone say DMs, I'm like.
No.
He's that, you know,
No.
it's always like that now.
And then I've seen Ezra go on my lives and all of that, but we've never like spoken.
Ezra is
all of
like,
that.
I haven't seen anything from him since, you know.
But he is like kind of active. I think I've seen him kind of active.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise the rest of the housemates, no.
Any highlights from the show?
What
Like
do you-
your highlights, like see this one, I will hold this dearly to my heart. Like this was the best time like I've had in the house.
All of them, man. Like, I mean, all of them. But like, I think my biggest one was the water gun pool party.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I felt like a child. Like, it was so amazing.
So cool, yeah.
We literally forgot about, like, we had drinks. Like, we just went for the guns.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Like, that's like my biggest highlight. It was really fun.
Would you do it again? If given a chance?
No. No. Been there, done that.
Okay. So I know you're a medical practitioner. Are you going back to that?
Yeah,
or
definitely. That's
are
like
you-
my first baby. That's
Okay.
like my first baby. Like 5 years running now. But I think this year I'm just stuck in a predicament if like you're just focusing on like the entertainment industry and
yeah.
content creation, or like we're keeping both, or you know.
I think you can balance both if it's just content creation, because I know content creation can be very consuming.
Yeah.
When you have, because it might clash, you might have
Yeah.
to do between, but we can make it work.
Yeah, I'm still deciding, but like obviously when I started content creation it was just a balance of like a lot of stuff. So I'm still trying to find a balance of how I'm gonna run everything so that everything is kept balanced, because as like my practice is just like my legacy. I started it with nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I remember a
so,
story.
yeah.
We had one
My 2.5.
2.5 years.
My 2.5. Yeah.
And then you managed to get it up and
Yeah.
running. So it's something that you can never just let go, because this is a very
Yes.
sentimental
Very,
story behind
very,
it and
that's
stuff.
like my baby. Yeah.
How's Clyde doing?
He's doing well. Yeah.
He's doing fine.
Very well. Yeah.
I saw a video how excited he was when he first came and saw you.
Yes, but I think he's detached from me a bit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because he's staying with my oldest brother, and every
doesn't
time my
care.
brother just walks, he's there running. I'm like, what is happening?
You know what? And then I'm not saying anything.
So now I'm just like, what is going on? So obviously, like I moved back to Joburg, but when I left, I canceled my lease. So I'm still looking for a place, and it's so hard finding a place that's like pet friendly in Joburg.
Yeah. Both
So
of them are not.
only then like I can take him back, because I've had enough of that relationship. It's enough. I want my child back. Yeah.
So like when that happens, like, oh, you feel like he's neglecting
Yeah,
you, he
I'm just
doesn't
like-
want you anymore.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was just like, hey, it's fine. I'll let him it's fine. You are leaving soon. You are coming with me soon.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Later, I was like, I bond. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like when you're a child, you are having fun with your cousin, and your parents say, "We are going now."
home.
I'm like, but
I was
no,
like-
we are going, and then now we are forced. You don't have no choice. You know that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can we expect from Nate going forward? I know the ambassadorship is gonna keep you guys busy.
100%.
You know, you're gonna be I'm sure you're gonna be going all over the country.
Yes,
with
yes.
Mzansi.
Yeah, definitely.
So what can you expect from her now, like going forward on top of that and stuff?
I mean, I don't want to limit myself.
Yeah.
I did say I want to see. I was busy texting a vocal coach the other day. I was like, I want to
Sing.
fix something here, you know. She
Okay.
was like, "I game on," but I really want to work with like big makeup brands, big car brands, you know, skincare, all of that. Like, I don't want to limit myself. I want
Yeah.
to explore anything and everything, like acting, whatever, like, you know, just to also just get out of my comfort zone and see my capabilities as a person. But yeah, I'm still gonna go on with content creation.
And I think you've already
Established, yeah,
established that you have a
definitely.
foundation, because
Yeah.
your content is there on your
Yes,
socials.
yes.
Like, people can literally, like, you can now just amplify and
yes.
capitalize on what is going to happen with what Big Brother gave you
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
definitely,
So like, it's going to be quite interesting. I have a few questions from the fans
No problem.
of the show that they sent me. There was a lot, but I had to choose a couple that I could
Okay.
could take.
No problem.
Can you ask Nate why did she say her relationship Beekay was platonic, but she once confessed to Susan Ty that she has a romantic feelings for him?
When did I say that?
Listen, you hope Mashego is the one
You
that
must tell her
said
to take a video of that clip and send it to my DMs. I want to see. When did I say that?
Well, she says that you
No, I don't remember saying that at all. I literally don't remember saying that.
But Ty and also and your friends, they kind of did like raise it to you. What?
Yeah, they did. They literally always ask me like, "What's really going on?" And I'm just like nothing. Nothing is going on. Like Beekay is just like my brother. You know what I mean?
Someone said I must ask you. It's Fulani Constantia. She says I must ask you what she feels about Tyron's and Suez's relationship.
Meaning what? Like,
how do you feel like in terms of like their relationship in the house and stuff?
It's great. Like I love it. Like those are my boys. They're my friends.
Yeah.
So like we call each other every other day. Like, you know. And so,
No, I think you know what. I think the question here comes from the fact that people were thinking there was something there.
Like romantically.
Yeah.
Hi, guys, no. Like Swiss is like mad crazy about his girlfriend. Like that's the love of his life.
Yeah.
Meaning me and Tyrone will fly wherever we are from to go and fetch that girl so we can marry her. You know? Yeah.
He's mad crazy of his girlfriend. Like, yeah, no, I think.
But
yeah. I guess, you know what, I feel like, you know, when you're in that house, like everything is just kind of get a little bit too much. Like you can literally just be because I do listen myself. I do sometimes find myself like getting comfortable, like and talking and everything, and someone else might perceive that as someone that is maybe flirting or maybe inappropriately.
Yeah. It's just jokes, guys. It's not that deep.
No, we have a very listen. I feel we live in a society where like now people are so concerned about people doing overstepping and doing stuff like that, because now if there's a little glimpse of you doing something wrong, like inappropriately, like saying about, even when I say hi and then I look at you like she's pretty, it's
you want her.
Yeah, I want her. It's good. Yeah. We're gonna be fighting the whole day.
Yeah.
Why were you looking at her? You want her? I'm like, yeah, I'm here with you.
I'm just looking.
I'm like, come on.
I was just turning my
just because I'm driving a Merc doesn't mean I'm not gonna look at the beamer. Come on.
Wow.
Please ask Nate what is her favorite moments thus far, both in and after the show, and also what does she find challenging the most. That is coming from Lerato Siko.
You know what I love? That they say, can you please ask Nate? Can you please ask Nate?
They're very nice, polite, ne?
Very, love them so much.
No, I choose polite people. I hate rude people.
Love them so much, love them down. I did say my favorite moment highlight in the house was
the water gun.
The water gun pool party. Like there's a lot, but the one that comes to my mind where I just feel like a child and I had fun was then. And coming out of the house, obviously my homecoming was like all sorts of amazing, beautiful. But also the other one was the day after we came out of the house and went to do media at MultiChoice. It was so heartwarming. It was very beautiful. Yeah. And then what I found challenging outside the house is nothing. Nothing. Like Bafana, like I've dealt with hate before. Like the time I trended,
Really?
People were just throwing hate at me and I was just like...
Well, I think you being you the same, because now I've literally been like, listen, like from last year, when I started this podcast, listen, the comments are brutal place, ne? Yeah. Now I just laugh at them. Like, they never get to me, you know, like, and I feel so sad when people get into this and then they get these hate comments. I'm like... It's gonna take time. You're gonna learn to live through them, because I could mention a couple of like Swiss when I did the interview, Spiley and also Luzu. When we're doing that interview, like the hate was too much. Yeah. And I'm like, I wish the boys can handle it, but I don't think most of them will be able to handle it, because maybe they've never been exposed to that. Because people have different opinions about you. No matter how much good you do, there's gonna be someone gonna come up with something. Yeah, there.
People are.
I was even shocked when someone says something foul about Pili. The Pili never hurt a fly in that house. I'm like,
people are born haters, and it's fine. Like,
do you conjure so much hate for someone who didn't actually, come on, and it's just so crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Nate, our queen. Do you feel people were intimidated by your confidence and your poise? Basically, they felt threatened by you. That is Earl Inkstead.
I mean, she literally just said, she just said.
You were intimidated.
Like, she just said.
Well, I think you kind of alluded to it as well. Like, you know, people could never come to you straight.
Come to my face and say, Nate, you know? Yeah.
Please
I feel like maybe
Nate.
it's just intimidation.
Post show, I'm sure you're gonna say one of the question, guys, once I caught already. Please ask Nate, post show, how did everything that transpired in the house affect him mentally? What kept her going in the house, knowing that she's one of the disliked housemates in the house? And how does it feel when people are calling her a snake, even though they never took time to get to know her?
I mean, I don't care what people say about me. I literally don't care about what people say about me. Like, there's people that are close to me that say beautiful things about me. And even in different settings, they say the same thing about me. And I like focus on those things, those positive things that they say about me. So people saying things about me in the house didn't bother me. It's just, I just felt like they felt intimidated by me, and that's fine. Whether they were trying to like turn the whole house against me, it's fine. At the same time, like, I didn't come here with anyone. I didn't go to the house with anyone. I went there alone, and I went there for myself, you know, and it's a competition, you know. They did whatever they did in their power to try to get me out of the game, but they lost, you know what I mean? And that's fine. When it comes to my mental health, like, I've worked so hard on my mental health for like, not years, but like for a few years. And I went to the house prepared. Like, my mental health was unlock, you know what I mean? I think in the house, a lot of people have seen how I've spoken about my mental health, where I was just like at my lowest. Like, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and say I'm beautiful. Like, my self-confidence was low. Like, yeah. So it didn't do anything to me. I think I was ready for the show, before the show, inside the show, outside the show.
You're gonna be ready.
You know, I told you I was born for this. You know, I was born to be famous.
Please ask Nate, does she think her relationship with Beekay contributed to the most of the female housemates not liking her?
I mean, partially, because I just feel like most of the females wanted to get to know Beekay, maybe on a personal level, but there was never a chance. Maybe because they were scared of me when I'd say, you can't park the car, you know, but it was just all banter, it was just all jokes, but I think they took it serious and took it to heart, but it was never that deep. I remember
you saying that to Gugu.
Yeah, you can't park the car. But it was always just jokes, but I felt like everyone in the house took everything that I did serious, you know. Or when maybe someone was talking to Beekay and I stand behind and I'm like, and then it was just jokes, you know what I mean?
I get you.
Guys, we get bored in the house. I don't think people understand, like 3 months is a lot, you know what I mean? Like, we can't be napping and waking up and doing wager and all of that, you understand? Like, it also gets boring for me. Like, I don't want to hit the gong. I want to have fun.
I'm just going to take the last two questions.
No problem.
I think, this one is ask why she was never at SG's homecoming. I was disappointed as they have a siblingship together.
Okay, so basically, I'll say that communication was just like received late when it came to like the planning around going to there. I didn't know that it was too far. You know, I didn't know it was far from the airport and it was far from where I am.
So you know? You might as well drive there because the airport is literally.
Yeah, I think when I checked, it was like 5 hours, and I was like, "Who's gonna drive?"
It's better you drive from Joburg because if you're gonna fly to Durban, you're gonna drive at least the same hours.
It is, and then I found out later. I think when I found out, it was like very late, and then the other thing was like it was clashing with my partner's birthday, so I was just kind of like, "Yo, if I drive, then coming back the next day, she had like an event." That she curated, so she had it the whole weekend, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on Saturday and then come back and attend it on Sunday. But when I was calculating, it didn't make sense. I was gonna come back late and miss her show, and that's her first event. So, and then it was just a thing where me and the other housemates, we decided we're gonna have like an intimate dinner for him, and then take him out, and then buy him gifts. So that's what we just decided.
That also counts, because you know, like you cannot all make it to, you know, like, as much as like you're still gonna make it up and everything.
Yeah.
The last question. Most of the housemates in the house who got evicted had a lot of bad things to say about you, and some even blamed her for her eviction. How does that make you feel?
Blame you for eviction.
Blame you for whatever eviction. I don't know. Melanie, Iran.
Is it the disqualification?
Yeah, the disqualification. People leaving the house in general.
They blame me, guys. Am I big brother?
Yeah, big sister.
Like, literally, because how do people look at me and feel like I have so much power to control such a big production that's been going on for years? Like, I literally just rocked up, like a 26-year-old rocked up on the show.
Some
and I was
people
like,
were actually taking it, or you were production plant.
Imagine that.
Are you not?
No, how? I literally shot my video. I was looking not nice. I remember I submitted my video at like 30 minutes before the thing closed. 30 minutes before it closed.
Yeah.
I know no one from there. No one knows me. Like, am I Big Brother? Like, I was like, when I got out, I was like, yeah, no, Nate this, Nate that. I'm like, guys, please.
Yeah, Nate.
Like, where would I get the power
like,
to evict people?
Do you think the show like has become such a very like different from what it was before? Like, in a sense of like,
for me, I'll say that was my key to just change the perspective.
Or you wanted to be
the
the
show.
change that the show going forward.
I wanted that, you know, so that it can be a space where people are not scared to just like, go into, you know, when it comes like, I'm a medical practitioner. Like, I think it's the first time people have that on the show, you know, like, I struggle with mental health, and people always like saying, no, if you have problems with mental health, you can't go on a show like that.
A lot of people were expressing that as well in the house, and I feel like there were kind of a lot of people that literally battle with that and literally couldn't cope with that as well.
But those are people that don't know about that. They've never been to therapy. I'm someone that's been to therapy like countless times. So I wanted to put that picture out that like, no matter like whatever's happening, where you're coming from, whatever's happening in your life, like you can rock up and like live your life, do whatever you want to do. You understand? Because from how the show is now and how it was before, it's two totally different things, because people are chest tripping now. Like in back in the years, we never chest trip for a biltong. Mara now people are chest tripping over a biltong and ice cream. You know what I mean?
You know?
And there's a lot of people that watch the show now, and that's what I wanted. I'll tell you that's what I wanted. And people are mad now that I didn't go to the show for the money. I didn't go to the show for the money.
You want to win? Like
I wanted to
You stood up so fucking long in the game and not want to win. I would have won. Listen, I want that money. Double blue now.
Who doesn't want 2 million? You understand?
Yeah, I get you.
And I remember Baba asking me, is like, why are you saying you don't want the money? And I said, if I'm this close to reaching 2 million, it means like money's reachable. You understand? Like money's around me. That means I can, even if I'm not the winner, that means money's near me. You understand? Because I'm smelling the 2 million.
It's in the proximity.
It's not that I don't want the money, but I was never on the show for the money. I was on the show to put myself out there.
Other things.
Yes, like to put myself out there. I'm still gonna make the money. Even if I won the 2 million, I'm still gonna make like another 2M. You understand? So yeah.
Who did you think was gonna like win the 2 million?
I thought Nsuku was gonna win.
Really?
Yeah, and going back to Nsuku, I remember when we were voting in the new housemates into the house, I saw when I got out, people thought that I was intimidated by Paris. And I was like, when I said, are we going to put in the people that are going to be a competition or not? I wasn't talking about Paris. I was talking about Nsuku. I saw his competition. I didn't see Paris' competition. Because I saw people like, oh, Nate is intimidated. But no, I wasn't. She didn't give us anything to work with. Oh, you understand? Catchy. Yes. Okay. But I was scared of Nsuku. I wanted them not to vote for Nsuku. Now we even reached the top. I saw it from day one. No, Nsuku's going to be a problem. I was like, guys, are we let's think about this. Let's think about this. You know? So I was rooting okay, sharp. We're gonna vote for Cat and then Pilile. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, we're gonna be fine.
But then the
they
script
voted for Nsuku. I was like, damn. Okay, sharp, calm down. It's fine. We can rock this. But yeah.
Do you think it's for someone now watching, probably like say, I want to go to the house again?
Yeah.
Do you think it's something that they would? I know they can do, but like, what would be that one thing that you could tell them first to like do this before you go there, because you're gonna need to be this type of person in order to survive this place?
I think it's just go to therapy. Like prioritize therapy and get to know yourself and understand yourself, so that when you go on the show, you're not shaken. Even when someone bullies you, you're able to just be like, no, I'm jelly log.
Yeah.
You know, just be prepared mentally. I think,
man.
yeah.
That's beautiful, because I know a lot of people want to go, but they fear the backlash that people get outside.
Yes, I think
it's very like common now that people, the fans that probably didn't like how maybe I treated Nate, they will now say, "Well, nah, hey," and then they're gonna put you down. And I think that's very much toxic, because I don't think you guys carry the drama or the things that happen into the house to outside world, do you?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
No, we
so
don't.
why can't the fan do this? Why can't the fan do the same?
Like, it's just a game.
It was a game.
It was just a game.
Do you think I'm gonna play nice?
You think I'm gonna sleep when there's 2 million I'm
there.
looking at?
Oh my God, come. The 2 million is not 100,000 will make people flip on their best friends today.
Exactly.
So what is 2 million, guys?
Exactly.
So I think people are just like now.
People are just chest tripping. It's a game.
It's a game.
It's a literal game.
Because I didn't like seeing people like suffering, being, yo guys, I think this season was toxic, eh? The amount, even now as a fan, I got my fair share of it. I'm like, guys, I'm not there. I'm here with you. Why are you hating on? I'm not fighting for 2 million. Yeah. But I think it's just like become such a very emotional thing for people. So like some emotion you've invested.
Very.
I heard yesterday that Ashley was getting like death threats. I'm like, guys, how does it get to this point?
That's wild.
That's wild, because like it's a game show. It's entertain. The purpose of this is to entertain, not to make everybody's life misery and stuff like that.
Even on my live yesterday, I was like, if you wanna bully me in my DMs, I'm blocking. I'm not scared of like practicing the blocking button, because
that's there for a reason, eh?
Yeah, because some fans want to control your life. Do this, don't do that, delete that. You can't post that.
Why you follow?
Where's the brand alignment? Who is this?
Yeah.
Who is this? I feel like a lot of people are scared to also go on the show because they're scared of being perceived.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying, like, be ready mentally. Go prioritize like going to therapy, but it's a life-changing like opportunity to be on that show.
There's so many good advantages of going there. Then
like a lot. Like, I would not discourage anyone like from entering. Like, Big Brother is a beautiful platform to be on. Like, if you also want to go on the show like I did to just change the perspective about the show, go and rock. You understand? Like, go and rock. Yeah.
That's good, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time. This was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I wish you
Thank
nothing but the greatest.
I appreciate it.
And I know
so
you're going to do a
much.
lot of great things, like you're destined for it. So
Thank you.
you kind of showed a lot in the house, and outside I'm sure like you're going to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
What you've been doing, because inside the house you will show that you were there for a game, but you're not there for play games, even though you play little games. But yeah,
I was just living life.
Yeah.
There was no game, guys.
that's not what we think. But anyway, thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and keep well. And this was another podcast about nothing. Guys. This has been long. This is another podcast about nothing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
This is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the Unfiltered Fool.